All right, everybody. I did a video a while back on some tractors, and someone in the comments noticed this car in the background, and I'm finally going to get a video of it. This is a 71 Rolls Royce. Let's see if I can pronounce it. Corniche, I think. I'm not sure. But it's a 1971. It's a coupe version. And I think they also made these in a convertible. This thing here is pretty rough. I pulled it out of the woods. I would have liked to videotape it pulling it out of the woods, but where I had to get it, I really didn't want me videotaping it. So I took a picture of where it's at, or where it was, and I will put that in the picture when I go to upload the video. That way you guys can see where it was when I got this car. This is the first Rolls Royce we've had here. Probably might be the only Rolls Royce we will have. This is complete as far as I can tell. Haven't really noticed anything missing on it, but this car is very rough. It's been sitting in the woods since 1995. So it's, like I said, it's pretty rough. And there are some questions I got on this car. Maybe you guys can answer it for me. People who actually work on these cars. Like I said, this is the first one we've ever had here. I don't know too much about it. This car did run and drive. The mechanic that had this car said that they put a GM transmission in it, and then they went to work on the brakes, but there was a valve or something on the brakes that he didn't have the tool to do it, and the tool was like $900 to do the brakes. And the owner of the car did not want to pay the money to have the labor put into fixing the brakes, so they just had it parked out back. Well, the owner of the car ended up passing away, and he's had the car for over 20 years, and he ended up selling it. No one in the family wanted it, so now we have it. But this car, like I said, should be all complete. And the cool thing is, this is right-hand drive, which is awesome. This is one of the beauty rings for the wheels. But it's rough. The headliner is destroyed. The wood behind the headliner is rotted. It had, I'm gonna say, a white interior. It looks gray, but I think it's just been sun-baked and turned gray. But I think this might have been white on brown with a white top. I could be wrong, but that's my guess, I think, on how this car would have looked. But it's been sitting outside for so long. I mean, it's rough. The steering wheel is disintegrating. The wood is no good on it. And also the dash, it is also disintegrating. The door panels are no good. Had power windows, so you have your probably two front windows and the two quarter glasses. These right here, which they don't look like they would go down. Oh, they fold out. They got power folders right here. These would fold out. That's pretty cool. This is a button to get in the back. So you have controls back here. Power. Looks like a cigarette lighter. I'm not sure what this button did. You have your ashtray right here. Looks Looks like there are some pretty comfy seats to sit back there. Have your seat belts for your front seat. And then I'm not sure what these buttons here do. You have a very small door handle to open the door. I mean, that thing is tiny. You also have some more switches here, probably for seats. And then this should be your mirror control, I'd imagine. You have a little compartment right here. So we got 1971, your weight of the vehicle, and then your number here, ID number. Got your lights, and your parking. I guess this is turn signals. So left-hand turn signal, right-hand turn signal. And for how old this car is, I mean, everybody says that the controls in a Rolls Royce, I mean, they just feel elegant. And I mean, they're not lying, they do. And like, they're solid. So this is all your air conditioning stuff. Lower air conditioning, upper air conditioning. And then this is probably fan speeds, which is pretty cool. Pull for hazards. So you got your hazard switch down here too. Got an ashtray here. So that's pretty cool. Got your cigarette lighter, and then you flip it up and you have your ashtray. Radio also. And your fuse panel should be in there. And then this cover covers it, but someone put screws in it to hold it up, so they kind of ruined that panel. Glove box over there. Also, all your door switches right there. So we have the key still in. That's pretty cool. And you got park. So this is your headlights. So park lights, headlights, and then with fog lights, headlights and fog lights. You have your quartz clock, wiper washers, brake lights. These are for your vents to control them. You got fuel gauge, coolant gauge, oil gauge, amp meter. Showing 11,602 miles. It's probably 111,000. And also RPM gauge. Automatic. Shift on the column. This must be turn signals. So I'm wondering what this is. It says parking. If y'all know what this is, let me know. I'm kind of curious. And then you have your parking brake. Brake pedal, gas pedal. And everything in here has got Rolls Royce on it. So speedometer's got Rolls Royce insignia. Tachometer's got it. Steering wheel's got it. Everything's got Rolls Royce. It's pretty cool. That's your rearview mirror. It's no good either. It's delaminated. We can go over there and check out the glove box, see if there's anything in there. And check out the latches. This is crazy. So you got two, I guess this is the lineup one, and then this is your latch. So you got two of them. Oh, that's pretty cool. Huh. That's probably the coolest latch. Nifty. And you have your keyhole right there for your key. Love the door handles. You got your mirrors up on the fenders. Antenna, probably power antenna. Windshield's delaminated. And you guys, this car is rusty. I mean, this car is really rusty. The bottom, like this much of the bottom of the car is pretty much gone all the way around. So don't even think that it'd be worth saving, because it's just not. I mean, she is a goner. And the tops of the fenders are rotted. There's holes in here. All this is gone. Does have all 4 hubcaps, which is really cool. Taillights don't look bad. They're gonna probably be sun cracked before long. See, this one's starting to get sun cracked. Single exhaust, probably aftermarket exhaust. Battery in the trunk. There's another mirror, rear view mirror there. Looks like this is a plate bracket. Bolt the plate up, probably for the front, as the rear is still on here. Deck lid actually looks in decent shape. The bumper looks in decent shape as well. This side here is really bad. So we got a lot more rust over here, to the point where you could almost stick your fingers in there if this stainless steel trim wasn't here. And a tree fell on this, so caved this door in, so it's completely demolished. Glass is decent, but starting to go bad. You also have a glove box over here, like I said. Cool switch. You have a light here in case the passenger wants to see what's going on. Also have a key to lock the glove box. Looks like a window crank. Well, no, this wouldn't be a window crank. I don't know what this would be. "1987 North Carolina transportation map." It doesn't look like there's much in there. There's a couple little papers. Got some papers down here. Nope, that's the covering for that. Nothing in there. So you can see all the bubbles. The roof is starting to rust as well. See, this is the question I had on this. You guys that know these cars, I think this car was wrecked before and they put a nose on it. And the reason I say that, this is body filler, okay? And I doubt they put this on from the factory. And you can tell this was welded right here, and then they just mudded it. And then if you come over here, this is welded and they mudded it. See, this is Bondo. So I'm thinking it was hit in this front corner, and since all this is one piece. I think they just spliced in a new front end on this car when it was wrecked. I think that's what they did. Because if you look, you know, like a normal fender on any car, you know, there'd be a seam here, seam at the bottom, and a seam up here at the front where you could unbolt this fender. Well, there's no unbolting this fender. It's all solid here, solid all the way around. So I think this car got in a wreck and they just cut it there, cut it here, and put a new front end on it. So I think that's what they did. But y'all can let me know. So it does still have the motor in it. It should be a 6.75 liter V8. And I think back in 71 they had like 200 horsepower. I can't confirm the transmission. I have not picked it up to look underneath it. So if it does have a GM transmission, then obviously it does not have the factory one. It is pretty unique intake on this car. I thought that was kind of different. So air would come in from that fender, come in, and then it'd split left and right. And then go into your injectors, or into your intake where your fuel injectors would get fuel put in there. Let's see, this should be the dipstick. Dang, oil looks clean. That's pretty impressive. Royce. I think this is your brake fluid. And I mean, this thing is insane looking. Like, that might have been what's wrong with, they said the brakes were wrong with it, but it might have been something to do with this, because this looks very complicating. These are your strut towers, huge strut towers. This car probably weighs a ton. I know when I dragged it on the rollback, it was pretty darn heavy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Royce plaque. If this car ends up leaving this yard, it'd be cool to get that plaque. I am going to take the hood ornament off. If it goes out back, just because, I mean, when else am I ever going to get one of those? You got your blower motor here, brakes over there, which is weird because this is right-hand drive, so brakes should be over here, but I guess they all made them one way and then just dealt with the linkages. The valve covers are really cool, embroidered or stamped with Royce. Pretty cool valve covers. So like I said, everything in here is all complete. Huge diamond cover. That sucker's thick. AC car. The hood is no good. Tree fell on it as well. Smashed it all to pieces. And it even bent the hood ornament. So it's just kind of leaning a little bit. I want to attempt to try and straighten it back out, but I'm scared it'll snap. But yeah, I'd love to get this off and get it mounted to a base where I can display it. Even the stainless steel grill looks in good shape. All the vents are good, besides the massive thorns growing out of it. The center Rolls-Royce badge is gone. That was gone when it came in. It's even got Rolls-Royce on the headlight trim. Sure is a cool car. This one here, I've been wanting to get you guys a video of this one for a while. I just have not had time, so I figured I'd make time and get this one in before I move it out back. So there you guys have it. 71 Rolls Royce. I don't know when we will ever get another one in, if we ever do. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.